Safe Cities Index 2021 is released, and as per it, Copenhagen is the first city to be listed under the Safe Cities. Now, what actually is this index and how it came into origin? So, this index is started in 2015 and is held biannually, that is every 2 years. So, the first one was in 2017, then 2015, 17, 19, and then the latest one in 2021. Now, this is published by the Economic Intelligence Unit and is sponsored by NEC Cooperation. Now, initially, 4 indices were taken into account to identify the safe cities. In 2021, a 5th parameter has been added, and this 5th parameter is environmental security. We would understand all the 5 parameters in a while. The cities for this which have been selected are 60 cities, and these have been ranked on 76 different parameters, or we can say indicators. The score of the city, if it ranges between 0 to 25, it is considered as low safety. 25 to 50 is considered as medium safety. 50 to 75 is considered as high safety, and 75 plus as highly safe. So in this, from India, 2 of the cities were part of the 60 cities. Those were New Delhi and Mumbai, and those have been listed again. Yangon is at the bottom of the list, and the index results came around 39.5, which are in the category of medium safety. However, Copenhagen, which has topped the ranking, is around 82.4. Now, who initially devised this index? So, this index was initially laid down by Divya Sharma Nag and Pratima Singh. The reports this year has been written by Paul Kilstra, and the reports have been edited by Naka Kondo. So, those are some of the important data that you must remember. When this Safe Cities Index was correlated with the income and the transparency, it was found that there is a very high correlation that exists between Human Development Index and Safe City. That means those cities which are high on HDI performed good on the Safe Cities Index parameter as well. So there is a very high positive correlation between the cities. Now the 5 parameters that we mentioned which have been taken into account this year, those are digital security, health security, infrastructure, personal security, and environmental security. Environmental security, as we mentioned, is added in 2021 index itself. The remaining 3 indices which were given before mentioned the remaining 4 security measures. Now, each of these have been mentioned under certain input and output categories. For example, under digital security, we have issues related to smart security, cyber security, PPP model. Under health, we have availability of healthcare infrastructure, the over-the-counter drugs, number of beds per 1,000, number of doctors per 1,000, drug use and substance abuse. Similarly, under infrastructure, pedestrian facilities, disaster management, water infrastructure, and hazard monitoring are important. Under personal security, data-driven techniques to identify crime, gun regulations, gun enforcement, threat regarding terrorism, military, civil unrest is taken into account. And in environmental security, we have sustainable master plan, initiatives for renewable energy, green economy initiatives, waste management. Under environmental security, Bogota is one of the cities which have been listed, and it aims to be carbon neutral by 2025. So one of the major developments we have seen where Bogota has been listed within the top 5 categories, as you can see here. Now the overall score, if we see, Copenhagen ranks first with 82.4. Then we have Toronto, Singapore, Sydney, and Tokyo. All of those have 75 plus score. That means they are highly safe. However, in digital security, Sydney leads the score. In health, Tokyo is the leading nation. Copenhagen leads in personal security, and Hong Kong leads in infrastructure. When it comes to environmental security, Wellington is the city which actually dominates the top list. So this report is an important indicator of developmental models. For example, if we want to adopt models for health security, definitely we should look onto the cities of Tokyo, Singapore, for Hong Kong, how they have been performing. For environmental issues, Wellington models, Toronto's models should be taken into account, and so on and so forth. The most important thing we have seen with the Copenhagen model is the overall scores are highest, and a very high score we have seen for personal security. The only weak area for Copenhagen, we could say, was health security in comparison to the remaining 5 indicators. Now, from India, as we mentioned, New Delhi and Mumbai were part of the 60 cities which were taken into account, and New Delhi stood at 48th place and Mumbai stood at 50th place. Now the scores again are important. For Mumbai the score was 54.4 and for New Delhi the score was 56.1. So those are some of the highlights about Safe City Index 2021. Very important topic, and we would be coming up with many more important topics. For example, Havana syndrome as one of the most talked topics recently in the upcoming lectures. Have a wonderful day ahead.